on Good Morning Maine, one person is dead and another is injured after a car collides with a dump truck in Waterville.
Plus, WFVX is about to hold a vote and people are riled up over how to handle the crumbling dam.
And a crackdown on panhandlers in Bangor is stirring controversy. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. We'll have those stories coming up along with a lot more. But first, a check of the weather. Some wild weather last night. We had some pretty substantial thunderstorms rolling through the area, bringing hail, even reports of a lightning strike on a barn in Newburgh. No other widespread problems reporting, but it looks like this kind of unsettled weather will continue.
Yeah, I know. In Bangor, we were lucky to avoid it.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. All right, this morning, some areas of dense fog developing out there. It's not very widespread, but Bar Harbor, Millinocket, even across parts of Washington County, dealing with some areas of dense fog this morning, so please exercise some caution. As you do drive this morning, use those low beam lights or your fog lights. Do not use those high beam lights. That will not help you out at all. Meanwhile, though, as we take a look at the radar, we've been quiet overnight for a bit. We have a little bit of activity across the southern parts of the state, maybe a few raindrops showing up there, but otherwise for today, we'll just have some clouds and sunshine mixed in and maybe some sprinkles from time to time as well. Further off towards the south and west, a little bit more activity here. This may not cause us a bunch of issues for now, but things are about to get a little bit more active as we'll be watching for more showers and a few rumbles of thunder that will enter the picture. So overall, partly cloudy today. A few sprinkles can't be ruled out. Coming up for tonight, watching out for a few more rain showers that will begin to move in. Otherwise, though, the wind's not too bad, roughly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour sustained, so won't be anything too ridiculous going on there. The winds will behave themselves tonight and also in the parts of tomorrow. So for today, we'll say partly cloudy, some sprinkles out there with highs in the mid-70s as southeast wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, our early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a mostly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 70s with chances for sprinkles. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. We'll check in with you a little later on. One person was killed and at least one more was seriously injured in a crash in Waterville. According to the Waterville Police Department, around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon, a gray Toyota sedan and a large white work truck collided on the corner of West River Road and Trafton Road in Waterville. Police aren't releasing many details just yet.
This time we have confirmed one fatality. We do have a second patient that was transported to Inland Hospital with significant injuries.
Police say they will be releasing more information once next of kin has been notified. Waterville Police and fire departments responded to the scene. They were assisted by the Maine State Police Accident Reconstruction Team as they try to determine what caused the car and the small dump truck, to collide.
Well, a Farmington man was also killed Wednesday during a crash in Wilton. Police say 64-year-old Ernest Dunham was traveling on Route 2 around 6:40 yesterday morning when he suddenly went off the road. His vehicle traveled onto the lawn of a local church before striking a tree. Dunham was pronounced dead at the scene, and authorities believe he suffered some sort of a medical event that caused him to lose control.
A Louisiana man has been charged with manslaughter in connection with the death of a child in Thomaston. 23-year-old Isaiah Scott was arrested in New Orleans Wednesday morning. A spokesperson for the Maine Department of Public Safety says 22-month-old Krishawn Wilson died in Thomaston on May 29th. According to the spokesperson, an autopsy determined the death was blunt force trauma. Scott, who is originally from Louisiana, had recently moved to Maine and was living with his girlfriend and the child in Owl's Head. He returned to Louisiana after the child's death. The spokesperson says the process to extradite Scott back to Maine for the manslaughter charge is now underway.
A man from Indian Township has been arrested in Massachusetts on rape charges. 42-year-old Nakoma Polchis was arrested Tuesday in the town of Mashpee on a warrant for gross sexual assault. He was apprehended after the Passamaquoddy Police Department requested assistance from the U.S. Marshal Service's Violent Offender Task Force. Polchis is now being held as a fugitive from justice and is expected to be extradited back to Maine to face the charges.
Tuesday, Dover-Foxcroft residents will vote on a number of questions during the town's referendum election, including one that will decide the future of a local landmark. Our David Ledford spoke with town officials to break those questions down.
On June 11th, Dover-Foxcroft residents will head to the polls to weigh in on the town's municipal budget, several land use ordinances, and the fate of the Mayo Mill Dam.
The only item that's truly controversial and has people riled up is the dam question, because it represents change in the community.
Town officials say the dam poses safety risks, and bringing it up to code would cost at least $10 million, a bill that would fall to the taxpayers.
There hasn't been any power produced since 2007, and the industry no longer is operational. The dam contributes to flooding in our community, and that's a public safety issue that literally cuts the town in half.
However, removing the dam would come at no cost to the town, thanks to the project's eligibility for public and private grant funding. Town officials say some locals disapprove of the removal because of the dam's history.
They've seen that view of the river with the dam on it for their entire lives.
While the dam is the most hotly debated issue, town officials say it's important to weigh in on the rest of the referendum questions. Article 1 addresses the local school district budget, while Article 2 asks voters to increase the municipal budget to $9.1 million, partly to address road and bridge work in the town. And Articles 4 through 8 amend or enact land use ordinances.
Even though it's a state primary, it's primarily local issues, but it's very important that people come out for this election.
Polls open at 8 a.m. Tuesday at the town's municipal building. To review all of the ballot articles ahead of the referendum, visit our website. In Dover-Foxcroft, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine senior senator grilled one of the nation's top law enforcement officials over illegal marijuana grows in Maine that have been linked to China. The exchange came during the Senate Appropriation Committee's hearing to review the FBI's budget request for the upcoming fiscal year. Senator Susan Collins pressed FBI Director Christopher Wray over actions the Bureau is taking to crack down on the illicit grow operations.
What is the FBI's theory about why Chinese nationals or Chinese transnational criminal organizations are setting up these illegal marijuana growing operations in states like Maine?
So it's something we have a number of investigations into, as you might imagine. I guess speaking in my sort of intelligence agency leadership role, we don't yet see, but we're obviously investigating, any direct ties between these grows and, say, the Chinese government itself. But we are starting to see, as we unpack this more ties between a lot of these growing operations and Chinese organized crime.
This exchange comes after Senator Collins and the entire Maine delegation sent letters to the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, raising some similar concerns.
After growing safety concerns, the city of Bangor is considering a proposal to expand its current ban on loitering in some areas of the city. But that possibility is sparking concerns from advocates who say the proposal is unconstitutional. Our Grace Blanchard has the story.
The city of Bangor is no stranger to loitering.
There's a loitering ordinance that the city has, and it's been in effect for quite some time.
According to Bangor's city solicitor, the city council is considering a new proposal that would add further provisions to the current law that prohibits people from obstructing both vehicle and pedestrian traffic in a public place.
The proposed one is a very narrow proposed addition to that ordinance that would say that you can't loiter on a median that's less than 6 feet wide in a high traffic, a high speed or high volume traffic area.
Growing safety concerns inspired the new proposal.
There's a narrow median on the Odland Road that is particularly dangerous.
However, some say this act is an infringement on First Amendment rights.
People have free speech rights in public. They have rights in the sidewalks, the streets, the parks, public squares.
ACLU of Maine has challenged similar ordinances in the past.
Bangor has a number of tools at its disposal to address this issue. They don't have to interfere with people's freedom of speech.
However, Bangor officials say this issue is not about free speech.
We are not favoring any form of speech. You can't loiter in these particular areas, and it doesn't matter if you're not saying anything. It doesn't matter.
According to Sevchek, the City Council is expected to review the proposal at their upcoming meeting, but he says they will need to review it at least twice before any changes are made to the ordinance. In Bangor, I'm Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, here's some good news. $4.3 million is going to the Passamaquoddy tribe to build an eel aquaculture facility at Indian Township in Princeton. The money is coming from USDA Rural Development. A statement says it will be an alternative to wild harvesting. The grant was only one of 8 across the entire nation. USDA Rural Development Main Director Rhiannon Hampson says the grant is an important investment in the tribal business and a critical step for our heritage industry. Hampson said, quote, "Resilience is rooted in diversity and innovation. By supporting this partnership, we are celebrating traditional resource harvesting while recognizing that innovation helps to achieve our goals for sustainable market access." Certainly good news.
Yeah, when a marginalized community gets a grant, it's always something worth celebrating. All right, the time now is 8:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, experts are warning that we're about to experience one of the worst brown-tail moth outbreaks in almost a century.
We'll have the story coming up, but first another check of that weather forecast. A partly cloudy day ahead today with a chance of sprinkles. More steady rain later on, the highs today around 76. Mostly cloudy with showers overnight, lows in the upper 50s. Tomorrow mostly cloudy with showers with highs near 65. We'll be right back.
Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered. Crockett's Excavation takes pride in the fact that our work stands the test of time. Reach out today for a free estimate.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos? Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Call the twos. We win for you.
Had enough of long lines, empty shelves, and overcrowded megastores? Discover Parody Shop and Save in Brewer, your local culinary oasis in the North Brewer Shopping Center. Revel in fresh produce, pantry must-haves, organic delights, and Aroostook County's beloved products. All affordable and high quality. Can't find an item? We'll special order it. Shop with us today and feel the difference of our family-run, community-focused grocery experience.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have a lot of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful new homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 8:30 on Fox 22.
Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered. Crockett's Excavation takes pride in the fact that our work stands the test of time. Reach out today for a free estimate.
Next Jeopardy, for the first time this season,
her 6th consecutive victory.
Can she keep her cool on this hot streak? If not, no pressure.
Well, unfortunately, we are going to put it on TV.
Tonight's Jeopardy will air on Fox 22 at 7:30.
What I'm doing, getting right to it. Money is talking, I'm flowing, it's coming in just how I do it.
Major League Baseball, all season long on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. Maine energy regulators have ordered an audit on the state's second largest energy utility. The Maine Public Utilities Commission says they have, quote, questions and concerns related to rate increases and other actions taken by Versant Power in recent years. Regulators say they will examine all of Versant's functions, including the effectiveness of senior managers and board of directors to manage operations, customer service it provides, and billing practices, among others. According to public advocate Bill Harwood, management audits typically happen every 3 to 6 years. Versant Power responded to the audit by saying, quote, transparency with our regulators is an essential and expected part of our business. Versant Power appreciates the opportunity to demonstrate the professionalism and discipline we exercise every day in delivering safe, reliable service to our customers.
Brown-tail moth caterpillar experts say we're experiencing one of the worst outbreaks in nearly a century. According to a professor of forest entomology for the University of Maine, these outbreaks are part of their natural cycle. However, there have been significant spikes due to changes in the climate. The moths negatively impact the environment by eating the leaves off trees and causing damage to them. They're also a public health threat, as they have poisonous hairs that can cause a rash similar to poison ivy. However, there are steps that people can take to avoid exposure.
Wearing long sleeves and pants and covering up as much skin as possible. Waiting to mow the grass until the grass is a little bit wet to avoid kicking up those toxic hairs. And so there are a few things that we can do to reduce our risk.
MEC says they're monitoring the populations and looking at management methods to try to reduce them. She says we're currently in the worst stretch of the outbreak as they become full grown this time of year, and it's unclear when the uptick will subside. For more information on how to protect yourself from brown-tail moth, head to foxbangor.com.
Well, if you've been at the Belfast Community Co-op lately, you might have seen construction crews outside and a different layout inside. But soon the caution tape will be replaced with a ribbon. On June 21st, a ribbon cutting ceremony will welcome in the new and improved Belfast Community Co-op. Their new expansion project will include a 33% increase in store space, a 20% increase in available groceries, and the return of their cafe. And throughout the construction, the co-op has remained open.
Staying open was always the priority because we wanted to serve the people who shop here, and we also wanted to serve our workers who work here.
Now, to learn more about the updates, you can check out this story on our website.
Rainbow crosswalks have returned to Ellsworth. Students at Ellsworth High School have been busy trying to finish painting one of the crosswalks at the school before the weekend. There's also one at the elementary and middle school and another in downtown Ellsworth.
Pride is really important, and if we want to really challenge bullying in schools, we have to really consider who is being bullied. And kids in the LGBTQ+ community are often the most bullied, and there's a lot of data to support that. So we are really trying to solve a problem, and we are.
She says they're making a lot of progress finding ways to include kids who are traditionally marginalized. Their Gender Sexuality Diversity Alliance started in 2020. This is the fourth season of Rainbow Crosswalks at the schools.
Well, some Maine libraries can't get the books to their readers after the interlibrary loan system was temporarily suspended. According to the Maine State Library website, the contract with the courier service they previously used for library book loan transfers is up at the end of the month. An open bidding period has come and gone for new contracts, and a company that placed a bid to provide that courier service had their bid rejected. The state has granted them the opportunity to appeal, but with little time left on the previous contract, materials can no longer be placed on loan because there will be no one to deliver them.
People want to read what they want to read, which of course they should, but we usually fix that by lending and borrowing, and right now we can't.
And say there's no timeline for when the issues will be resolved. For more information on resources and library loan alternatives, visit our website, foxbangor.com.
Definitely a bit more frustrating for those smaller, more rural libraries.
Yeah.
Yep. But hopefully they'll get that resolved pretty quick.
I have a feeling they're on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, the time now is 8:18. After the break, a rare series of tornadoes ripped across the area north of Washington, D.C. yesterday. We'll have footage of the wild weather.
Along with your full weather forecast coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Whether it's time to buy or sell your home, Patty Thompson is a name that you can depend on. With over 25 years of experience, your family will be in good hands with Patty Thompson.
Are your basement walls bowing, crumbling, or failing? Hi, I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basementy. Our stable lock wall system offers a patented, affordable, and permanent solution to save your foundation walls. It stabilizes, fills voids, and structurally repairs, leaving a new smooth surface. All the strength of new walls. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long. Still fresh.
So fresh. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection. Try for under $5.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually. Right, Tom. Tom. You doing that on purpose?
Tam.
Tam. How have we got to Tam? Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
We believe in the 2-minute drill, goal line stands, toe taps, strip sacks. We believe in beer snakes, the giddy up, and whatever this guy's doing. We believe in speed and power, hustle and grit, and that nothing is more dangerous than a man with a dream.
A star is born in the UFL.
We believe in football, the United Football League, on Fox.
Whether it's time to buy or sell your home, Patty Thompson is a name that you can depend on. With over 25 years of experience, your family will be in good hands with Patty Thompson.
Now to extreme weather, from record heat in the west to rare tornadoes near Washington, D.C. The commute here and for other places in the Northeast could be challenging today, with heavy rain in the early morning and storms later on. But it's nothing compared to what people in Maryland saw last night. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the latest.
Overnight, a rare series of tornado warnings north of Washington, D.C. Multiple twisters reported in Maryland, one reportedly crossing Interstate 95. The city of Gaithersburg hit hard. This man captured the inside of a tornado from his car.
I'm on the scene where a large tree crashed into a house.
5 people were trapped in this home after a large tree came crashing down. All 5 were rescued. 1 suffered traumatic injuries. The storms ripped trees from their roots, knocking down power lines and scattering roads with debris. Multiple buildings collapsed. George Mahono heard a tree fall onto his home.
When the tornado hit, I just hear loud thuds and banging on the window. And I just go upstairs, go to my bathtub, hide there. And
the Midwest and Plains have already seen the busiest severe weather season in 13 years, with devastating storms from Nebraska to Kentucky to Texas this spring. And now experts say this outbreak is likely one of the worst to hit Maryland in years.
A big surprise, first time it's ever happened. We never had nothing like this before.
How long have you lived here?
I've lived here 75 years.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Seems like every few days we've been hearing about tornadoes somewhere in the country.
Yeah, that last woman was saying she's lived there for 75 years and never seen anything like it.
Boy,
that's crazy.
Weather is changing, that's for sure.
Yep.
Our weather today kind of calm, but we do have a chance of more rain in our future too.
Yeah, seems like it. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
All righty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. All righty, here we go. Wave heights not terrible out there at around 1 to 2 feet, according to the buoys. Even some areas at times getting up to around 3 feet. I'll move over here. You can see without buoy, it was reporting 3 feet for their height, at least at this time. But meanwhile, though, we do have some areas of dense fog greeting us this morning. That's reducing visibility from Millinocket to even parts of Bar Harbor, and Washington County dealing with more of the same as well. It's not very widespread, but you will encounter some fog as you do make that morning commute in some areas. But otherwise, though, as you do take a look at things, you do have some clouds out there. Even at times early this morning, a few bits of a rain shower or sprinkles developing. And in fact, we will be partly cloudy today with sprinkles that will be possible on and off. So to zoom things out, though, while more energy moving in before you know it, here's some more showers and storms across some parts of the eastern U.S. This will leave us alone today. But again, later tonight, rain showers move in, and storm chances will move in later on as well. So futurecast moving forward, we'll lose any fog that we have this morning. Will become partly cloudy this afternoon, so sprinkles can't be ruled out. As we get towards later on tonight, mostly cloudy, watching out for rain showers that will begin to enter the picture. And in fact, throughout Friday, watching out for some rain showers that will be on the way. Looking like a dreary day as we head towards you Friday. And in fact, by Friday night, watching out for a little bit more precipitation that will be entering the picture yet again. Meanwhile, though, let's talk about the rainfall. Again, very minimal, if anything, for it today. That's the idea. Those sprinkles, there's a little bit of rainfall, if anything, at best. But really, as we move forward in time, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and also in the parts of Monday, basically between now and Monday morning, could be talking about some spots ranging from maybe a half an inch to maybe up to an inch or two further out towards the north. So more rainfall on the way here across a good part of the state. Average high temperature is 72 degrees. We'll do middle 70s today, cooling off into the mid 60s for your Friday. We're back in the low 70s Saturday, Sunday, and then back in the middle 70s as we head towards your Monday as well. Also, lower 70s Saturday and Sunday, middle 70s Monday, upper 70s Tuesday, back in the mid 70s as we head towards your Wednesday. So for today, here we go. We have middle 70s, partly cloudy, some sprinkles out there, and a southeast wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. For tonight, though, mostly cloudy, some showers. I don't think we'll have to worry about in the way of any lightning. Lows in the upper 50s, and an east wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, here we go. Showers again, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid 60s, and an east wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. All righty, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We will have to watch out for lightning on Saturday. Chances for showers and thunderstorms both Saturday and Sunday with highs in the low 70s. Then we'll warm up into the mid 70s Monday with a chance for showers and thunderstorms.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
Get 2 sausage McMuffin with egg or bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for $4.50.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
While politicians talked, President Trump fought for working people. He took on China and secured the border. I'm Austin Terrio, former NASCAR driver and small business owner. I'm proud to have President Trump's endorsement. Together we'll secure the border, stop Biden's electric vehicle mandate, and bring back American manufacturing. I'll fight to make sure our best days are ahead.
Endorsed by President Trump. Austin Terrio for Congress.
I'm Austin Terrio, and I approve this message.
Every time you shop at Hannaford, you help us promote inclusivity, opportunity, and a sense of belonging in every store. You help us build a culture where leaders reflect our diverse communities, where veterans forge new career paths, and where our employees and neighbors alike can find their voice. Together, we're not just feeding families, we're strengthening communities. Hannaford Supermarkets, greater than groceries.
When you smell the amazing scent of Gain Flings, time stops. And you realize you're in love.
Steve!
With a laundry detergent. Gain Flings, seriously good scent.
When CTI Service Center in Milford wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. CTI Service Center provides outstanding automotive and heavy-duty equipment repair, including tire sales, mount and balance, alignments, and diagnostics. CTI Service Center, simply the best.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Kick your morning routine into high gear with any sized iced coffee for just $1.99.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back, everyone. Senate Democrats proposed a bill that would protect access to contraception, hoping to put Republicans on the record on the issue. The Right to Contraception Act failed by a vote of 51 to 39, and now Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer can bring the bill back up at a later date. Reproductive rights has become a major focus for the Biden-Harris campaign ahead of the November election. Fox News correspondent Connor Hansen has more from New York.
Near Capitol Hill, an inflatable IUD stands 20 feet high, put there by an advocacy group. They hope the giant contraceptive device brings awareness to a bill in the U.S. Senate that would guarantee access. Some Democrats believe the right to use contraception is under attack following the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
We live in a country where not only tens of millions of women have been robbed of their reproductive freedoms, we also live in a country where tens of millions more worry about something as basic as birth control. That's utterly medieval.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says a vote on the bill was meant to put Republican lawmakers on the record and say whether they support access to contraception. He says the bill would not expand abortion access, but frustrated Republicans insist there's no threat to contraception, saying the vote was purely political.
It's not a serious attempt to legislate. This is just a show vote in anticipation of the election. Democrats think they can win this case, this election based on reproductive rights.
The Biden-Harris campaign has put reproductive rights front and center in their re-election campaign, trying to draw a stark contrast from former President Donald Trump.
I'm sure across America they say, what, the Republicans voted against the right to safe and effective contraception? I thought that was a given in America.
Senate Democrats are also expected to bring up a vote on protecting in vitro fertilization. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
An Israeli airstrike on a school in central Gaza kills at least 32 people on Thursday, with 23 of them being women and children. This, according to Palestinian authorities. The Israel Defense Forces says the school turned shelter for displaced Palestinians was also being used as a Hamas compound. The IDF says Hamas members were using the compound as a cover for its operations. However, the school was being run by the United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees. Israel's military says before the strike, it took steps to, quote, reduce the risk of harming uninvolved civilians. The airstrike comes after Israel announced new operations in central Gaza.
In a rare event, Russian President Vladimir Putin took questions from an international group of journalists. Russia's war with Ukraine dominated the conversation. Putin was asked what it would take to end the conflict in Ukraine.
If you want to stop combat actions in Ukraine, stop supplying weapons, and hostilities will end in 2, maximum 3 months.
U.S. and allies have been doing the opposite, continuing to send military aid, and in recent change of policy, Ukraine used U.S.-supplied weapons to strike certain targets inside Russia. Putin claims Russia could do the same by sending its own weapons to places within striking distance of Western targets. The Russian president was also asked if he could resort to using nuclear weapons.
We have our nuclear doctrine. Look at what is written there. If somebody's action will threaten our sovereignty and territorial integrity, we consider it possible to use all means at our disposal.
And as tensions over Ukraine intensify, Russia is sending warships to the Caribbean for naval and air drills as well.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, have you ever been afraid of falling into quicksand? Well, that's exactly what a woman at Popham Beach recently experienced.
We'll have the story coming up on Good Morning Maine.
A new deck is a great, affordable way to improve your home or camp. Hammond Lumber Company can help you create the perfect deck for your outdoor space. Visit Hammond's product showroom and explore their extensive range of decking and railing options. Your Hammond sales rep will be happy to help you with your materials and design choices, and Hammond delivers from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Make this the year you enjoy that new deck you've always wanted. It starts when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 6th. I've done that 3 times this morning, 2024. It's also the anniversary of D-Day, a time to remember when Allied forces fought their way ashore in Normandy, France.
It was during the morning on this day in 1944 when troops began moving ashore in a mission that would ultimately lead to the end of World War II. Codenamed Operation Overlord, it became known as the largest amphibious invasion in military history. This is a day to remember the events of that day and to honor the brave people who helped turn the tide of the war.
Also on this day in history, back in 1872, feminist Susan B. Anthony was fined for voting in an election in Rochester, New York. She refused to pay that fine, and the judge allowed her to go free. She was challenging the right to vote.
Yeah, definitely an interesting example, because that was about 50 years before women had the right to vote, and I think it goes to show sometimes you have to do some things that are technically not allowed in order to incite any sort of change.
Yeah. Now she is a hero because of it, considered a hero by many. In 1882, H.W. Wheely patented the first electric clothes iron in the U.S. In 1930, frozen food was sold in retail stores for the first time. And in 1933, the nation's first drive-in theater opened in Camden, New Jersey.
Another Camden.
Yeah.
Very cool. I almost thought you were going to say Maine.
No.
I was like, I think we'd know about that.
Yeah.
In 1944, the first nylon parachute jump was made by Adeline Gray in Hartford, Connecticut. Very cool, a woman inventor, pretty early on. In 1968, Senator Robert F. Kennedy died at a Los Angeles hospital 25.5 hours after he was shot by an assassin during a campaign event. In 1984, the video game Tetris was released and instantly became a hit. It was created by Russian-born computer engineer and video game designer who wanted to recreate one of his favorite puzzle games from his childhood. I love that game, especially on like the old setup, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open. You'd like to have like one of the actual arcade machines, huh?
Yes, I said last hour if I were to win the lottery tomorrow, I'd have one of those in my home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, maybe someone has one out there somewhere.
Yeah, right. But that doesn't mean I would know how to fix it when something goes awry.
That's right.
Yeah. In 2005, the Supreme Court ruled that people who smoked marijuana because their doctors recommended it to ease pain could still be prosecuted for violating federal drug law. Kind of makes sense. Doctors are very careful with what types of things may be considered homeopathic or alternative. They're very careful what they say in those regards.
Today's birthdays include actor Robert Englund, who is 77 years old today. He's best known for his role as Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Journalist Natalie Morales is 52, and actor Paul Giamatti is 57 years old today. Just an amazing, amazing actor.
Yeah, he plays a great villain, a great good guy, and also, as far as the Nightmare on Elm Street movies go, I don't know how many. There's probably 5 or 6 of those.
Seems like it. I lost track. I think there was like more than 3 anyway.
Right.
I saw the first couple of ones. They came out when I was back in high school.
Right.
So,
yeah. Those are hugely popular movies.
Yeah.
Okay, moving along now. It looks like it'll remain clear, at least here in Bangor for most of the day.
Partly cloudy today with just a chance of sprinkles on and off. And then later on today, the clouds will thicken up once again, bringing more steadier rain.
Yeah, I know there's some graduations going on in the area tonight and throughout the day today.
Need to have a plan B just in case, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. Alrighty, this morning, some areas of dense fog developing out there. It's not very widespread, but Bar Harbor, Millinocket, even across parts of Washington County, dealing with some areas of dense fog this morning, so please exercise some caution. As you do drive this morning, use those low beam lights or your fog lights. Do not use those high beam lights. That will not help you out at all. Meanwhile, though, as we take a look at the radar, we've been quiet overnight for a bit. We have a little bit of activity across the southern parts of the state, maybe a few raindrops showing up there, but otherwise, for today, we'll just have some clouds and sunshine mixed in, and maybe some sprinkles from time to time as well. Further out towards the south and west, a little bit more activity here. This may not cause us a bunch of issues for now, but things are about to get a little bit more active as we'll be watching for more showers and a few rumbles of thunder that will enter the picture. So overall, partly cloudy today. A few sprinkles can't be ruled out. Coming up for tonight, watching out for a few more rain showers that will begin to move in. Otherwise, though, the wind's not too bad, roughly at around 5 to 10 miles per hour sustained, so won't be anything too ridiculous going on there. The winds will behave themselves tonight and also in the parts of tomorrow. So for today, we'll say partly cloudy, some sprinkles out there with highs in the mid-70s as southeast wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, our early forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing a mostly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 70s with chances for sprinkles. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Well, when you think of quicksand, you may think of a Tarzan or Indiana Jones movie where the star sinks slowly up to their neck before being rescued.
Well, Brad Rogers has a real-life quicksand story, not in the jungle, but right here in Maine on one of our most popular beaches.
The tide was coming in, so it was high tide.
Jamie Acorn and her husband were walking along the shore of Popham Beach when the sand beneath their feet gave way.
And all of a sudden, I just went into the ground. I didn't panic. I wasn't scared. I dropped like a rock.
How far down did you go?
So I went to my hips. I couldn't touch the bottom. My husband just said, you were there and then you weren't. And he turned around and I looked at him and I said, I can't get out.
Park manager Sean Valancourt says it's not the first time it's happened.
We haven't had too many issues of it. A few people have stepped in and gone up to their knees or ankles or their waist. That's pretty typical around any river mouth.
But the river changed course last November. Now, instead of going straight out to sea, the river runs right along the beach, making the sand there unstable.
That sand's all full of water and saturated, so it's a lot looser. It's not a stable, flat bottom because there's so much water moving through the bottom of it, including the water that's coming in with the tide as well.
Does this qualify as quicksand?
Well, it depends. I guess technically that would be quicksand, but essentially what's happening, this phenomenon, is just oversaturated sand.
I had no idea that the sand was like quicksand.
Fortunately, she wasn't alone.
And as soon as my husband pulled me out, the whole hole just covered right up. We turned around and you couldn't even tell it was gone.
Park rangers tell us they'll soon be putting up signs here at Popham Beach State Park warning people about the possibility of quicksand-like sinkholes here on the beach. Park rangers say if you sink into the sand, don't panic. They say no one, not even children, will sink beyond their legs. They say you can lean forward or backward, try to wriggle out, or yell for help. They also say parents should keep children at arm's length when they're at or near the water.
Brad Rogers reporting, kind of scary.
I would not be remaining calm.
No.
I would be wriggling, I would be yelling, I would be,
right.
all the things.
Yeah, I might too. Yeah.
Because they say that, like in the movies, it's like, oh, the quicksand's going on forever.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we have other stuff to get to, though. Right after the break, Tyler Cruz will have our sports updates. Plus, Devin Dagnalt is over at Speedway 95 right now to hear some trucks make loud noises.
Yeah, we're talking monster trucks when we come back.
I'm excited.
All right, don't go away.
PDQ Door, Maine's choice for LiftMaster, the #1 professionally installed garage door opener, with technology alerting you if you forgot to close your door and allowing you to close it anywhere, anytime with built-in Wi-Fi, plus battery backup so you can get in when the power's out. And during PDQ Door's spring sale, enjoy $50 off a service call and $150 off any garage door and opener package. PDQ Door, Hamden, Rockport, Bath, Waterville, Holton, Presque Isle, and PDQDoor.com.
For taking on New England's extreme conditions, Toyota has more hybrid all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models than any other brand. No wonder Toyota has sold 5 times more hybrids than its nearest competitor. Like the rugged Tundra Hybrid, available with 437 horsepower and advanced technology. Take on extreme conditions with Toyota's proven hybrid technology. See your New England Toyota dealer, your hybrid all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
With Cascade Platinum Plus, I have upped my dish game.
Oh, and see, in that dishwasher.
Watch me.
Platinum Plus gives you the highest standard of clean, even in your machine.
Clean enough for you?
Yeah. Scrape, load, done. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Picking up that phone that's really heavy is worth it. It's okay to feel like you're not okay. Everybody's recovery looks different. There's resources and people who are on the other end of that phone who have been through the same thing.
Noah's Ark Food and Ice Cream is open for business. Located 5 miles off exit 244 in Medway, you will find affordable prices on all of your favorites. We offer homemade pizza, mouth-watering cheeseburgers, lobster rolls, scallops, and a local favorite is our sweet sausage sub. We also have kid-friendly meals and offer fresh doughboys and ice cream year-round. Noah's Ark Food and Ice Cream. Stop by for a delicious bite to eat, and dessert too.
Hi, Eastern Maine. Watch 25 Words or Less with me, Meredith Vieira, weekdays at 9 a.m. after Good Morning Maine on Fox 22.
Who is ready for the NBA Finals? It has been a long wait, but the Celtics finally play basketball Thursday night. Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. The Boston Celtics and Dallas Mavericks both at TD Garden on Wednesday ahead of Game 1 of the 2024 NBA Finals. On Thursday, the Celtics will welcome back old friend, or maybe foe, depending on who you ask, Kyrie Irving. Irving was traded to Boston from the Cleveland Cavaliers after winning a ring with LeBron James and famously said he'd love to re-sign before leaving us for the Brooklyn Nets. His relationship with Boston fans since has been rocky, to say the least, but leading up to this series, he gives some insight on his relationship with the Celtics players, mainly Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
You know, it's going to be adversarial on the court. It's going to be very competitive, but off the court, I mean, we know we know each other's families, and that's the type of relationship I've always wanted outside of the game of basketball, is to be able to have that balance to compete with people on the court, but also treat them like my brothers and be there for them and whatever they need.
Should be a fun series. Irving is averaging over 22 points and 5 assists so far this postseason. On Wednesday night, the America East announced their Man and Woman of the Year for 2024, and taking the award back to Maine for just the third time is Connor Goodman. Goodman, a graduate senior for Maine baseball, had a tremendous off-the-field career. This past fall, his charity drive Goodies Gloves raised money and donated 84 gloves to the Orono and Old Town Little Leagues. In the spring, he was named an honorable mention by the Lou Gehrig Community Impact Association, one of just 15 players named to that list. A well-deserved recognition for an athlete that's really been a blast to cover over the past few seasons. Congratulations to Goody. All right, let's head up to Orono High School now. The Red Riot's 2023 state championship 8-man football team gathering Wednesday night to truly make it official by putting rings on their fingers. Should have put a ring on it. The school's Performing Arts Center hosting a ring ceremony Wednesday night with every player and coach receiving them, which were made possible by donations from individuals and local businesses. With the Riots going 0 for 8 in 2021, a night like this seemed so far away. And even though 7 months have gone by since they defeated Old Orchard Beach in the state title game, the excitement still hasn't died off. Plus, to some, it's only just starting to sink in.
After the football state championship, I was already locked in on moving to that next season to try to push forward. So bringing it back and getting these today made it feel extra special today. We came out here and we worked hard and we had fun together doing it. And when you win, it makes it just as much fun.
It feels real, you know. Like you don't really realize it until you get the ring on. It's still crazy to me seeing these group of guys. It's played youth with them, middle school and now high school, and to accomplish this, it's you can't write it better. Can't write a better ending.
Oh, those look pretty nice there, too. Let's stay with some playoff action, but we'll pivot down to the high school level, stay at the high school level, and we'll kick off the day at Bordick Park. Class A North Regional quarterfinals. Top seed Hamden hosting the Brewer Witches. Top of the 6th, Brewer up 1 with a man on. Look at this throw from Rogan Lord to catch the runner stealing for the out. Just a great shoot right there from behind the plate. A few pitches later, the defense would keep rolling. Garrett McLeod at first base makes an incredible play on a hard hit ball that retires the side. This game was all about Grady Venetestein. The senior dazzled again with 10 strikeouts over 6 2/3 innings, retires the side in the 6th right here. And look at that. He is pumped up. The Witches roll to a 1-0 upset victory.
It feels great. I mean, we got our redemption from last year. Last year was a horrible feeling. So, I mean, we got that great feeling back and winning a playoff game, and we're just going to keep on going.
Moving over to the turf at Hamden Academy, Broncos softball hosting Messalonsky. Bottom of the 1st, runner on for Lorelei Parker. She rips a liner into left. Charlie Shute is going to get on her horse. She comes around to score. That makes it 1-0 Broncos. But then the Eagles would settle in. 2 runners on, and Madison Wilson gets the grounder to 3rd. Clean play from Elise McDonald. That ends that threat. Next inning, Kiara Gabrick. She's at the plate, sends a liner into right field, and Chloe Michoud makes the running play to grab the out. But the Broncos had it going on that defensive end, too. Shute had a gem in the circle, and Hamden advances to the semifinals with a 1-0 shutout win. Finally up to Old Town for a Class B baseball quarterfinal. Caribou Vikings visiting the Coyotes. First inning, Caribou up 1-0. Bryce Dillon, hard chopper to second. That takes a funny hop and gets into right field. Matt Pelletier is going to come around and score. Vikings up 3 after 1. Bottom of the frame, Jackson Lizotte up for Old Town. Puts a great swing on this ball. That goes off the wall and right. That is going to plate a run. Old Town clawing their way back. 3-2 now after a passed ball, but that doesn't faze Braden Brescia. Look at this curveball for the backwards K. Vikings allow just those 2 runs in the first, cruise to a 12-2 victory. And as for some other scores from around the area, PCHS in Greenville over Buckfield in 8 innings, 8-5. Ellsworth softball beats MDI 9-7. Washington Academy softball tops Orono 2-1, and MDI baseball over Coney 7-6. All right, that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
A mystery.
Jessie loves playing detective.
But the real mystery was her irritated skin. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. It cleans better and doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
And it's gentle on her skin.
Tide Free and Gentle Liquid is EPA Safer Choice certified.
It's got to be Tide.
When it comes to automotive and heavy equipment repair, trust the experts at CTI Service Center, located in Old Town and Milford. CTI offers heavy-duty part sales at our Old Town location, as well as on-the-road service with our heavy-duty mobile units. CTI also offers tire sales, including mount and spin balance, as well as Old Town's only heavy-duty alignment system. CTI Service Center diagnoses issues swiftly and accurately. For reliable service and peace of mind, give us a call or visit us online at ctiservicecenter.com. CTI Service Center, simply the best.
For taking on New England's extreme conditions, Toyota has more hybrid all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models than any other brand. No wonder Toyota has sold 5 times more hybrids than its nearest competitor, like the luxurious Grand Highlander Hybrid, with a total driving range of up to 585 miles. Take on extreme conditions with Toyota's proven hybrid technology. See your New England Toyota dealer, your hybrid all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
When Electrify Maine wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Electrify Maine provides outstanding electrical services to eastern and central Maine. They are a licensed Generac dealer specializing in generator and heat pump installs. Call today for a free estimate.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Our reporter Devin Dagnall is out in the field at Speedway 95 to give us a look at the event going on this weekend.
It's kind of a loud event, too.
Yeah.
Good morning, Devin. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Emma and Craig. I'm at Speedway 95. Right now, I am in Identity Theft, one of the trucks that's going to be featured here for All-Star Monster Trucks. They got a show going on this weekend. Luckily, I've got a few guys here. Adam and Will, how you guys doing today?
Oh, we're doing good. Glad to be here.
So, what do we got expected this weekend? What do we got going on?
Well, we've got some high flying, big jumps, possibly some crashes.
Crashes.
But besides that, we're here to enjoy the show, enjoy the weather we have, and we should have a pretty enjoyable show.
Now, it looks like we might have a little bit of rain this weekend. Is that going to affect the show at all for you guys?
No, sir. We run rain or shine.
Rain or shine. Now, what are tickets like for this weekend?
So the ticket prices at the gate are $40 for adults and $10 for kids. Online right now at mainmonstertrucks.com. They are sitting right about $30 for adults and $10 for kids. So there's a little bit of discount there. And there are also other experiences, again, like the ride truck identity theft. And we also have the bounce houses, driver's autographs, all that fun and stuff included in certain packages.
Sounds like you guys got a pretty packed weekend. What can you guys tell me about identity theft? I know we can't exactly say who it's based off of, but I think we got a pretty good idea.
Truck is a custom-made chassis from out of Washington, from Straight Up Racing. It's got a big block Chevy motor in it, and same thing, just like a race truck, everything down to the T. The only thing difference is you can get inside this one and ride in it.
Now, how long have you been running this truck?
I've been running on for 2 years. I've been trained by the best from Stacy Jensen and then my boss Brian Wagner, who brought this in and brought me in to live my childhood dream that I've been chasing since I've been a kid.
Yeah, I got to tell you what, it's kind of a childhood dream for me right now. I'm having quite a bit of fun, but I'll tell you what, why don't we take this thing for a spin?
Works for me.
All right, let's do it, guys. All right. Oh, I'm excited. All right. Here we go. Can you guys hear me? All right, back to you, Emma and Craig.
What a blast,
wow,
huh?
I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
That looks like a lot of fun.
That's the first live shot I think I've ever seen from within a monster truck somewhere.
Yeah, leave it to
So,
Devin.
yeah,
yeah,
that was great.
He's creative. Yep. I wish I could go this weekend. Of course,
Mhm.
I've had prior engagements for weeks now, but that sounds like
Yeah.
so much fun. I was at Speedway 95 on Monday working on a story with somebody who just won a race last weekend in the Sport 4. So we'll have more Speedway 95 content tomorrow, and it's a big weekend for them. That monster truck stuff starts tomorrow at 5:30 and it goes through Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for everybody who gets to attend. It's loud. If you have young kids, maybe some headphones would be applicable to you guys.
If they get a little rain, they just tear up the mud a little bit. No big deal.
Right. And that probably adds an element of fun.
What a blast.
Oh,
All right.
I'm jealous of Devin. Good for them.
All right, let's send it over to the other Devin now for a check of that rainy forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We offer a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 cash drawing. Stop by with your returnables and enter for a chance to win. Alrighty, here we go. Wave heights not terrible out there at around 1 to 2 feet according to the buoys. Even some areas at times getting up to around 3 feet. I'll move over here. You can see without buoy, it was reporting 3 feet for their height, at least at this time. But meanwhile, though, we do have some areas of dense fog greeting us this morning. That's reducing visibility from Millinocket to even parts of Bar Harbor, and Washington County dealing with more of the same as well. It's not very widespread, but you will encounter some fog as you do make that morning commute in some areas. But otherwise, though, as you do take a look at things, you do have some clouds out there. Even at times early this morning, a few bits of a rain shower or sprinkles developing. And in fact, we will be partly cloudy today with sprinkles that will be possible on and off. So zoom things out, though, while more energy moving in before you know it. Here's some more showers and storms across some parts of the eastern U.S. This will leave us alone today. But again, later tonight, rain showers move in, and storm chances will move in later on as well. So futurecast moving forward, we'll lose any fog that we have this morning. Will become partly cloudy this afternoon, so sprinkles can't be ruled out. As we head towards later on tonight, mostly cloudy, watching out for rain showers that will begin to enter the picture. And in fact, throughout Friday, watching out for some rain showers that will be on the way. Looking like a dreary day as we head towards you Friday. And in fact, by Friday night, watching out for a little bit more precipitation that will be entering the picture yet again. Meanwhile, let's talk about the rainfall. Again, very minimal, if anything, for today. That's the idea. Those sprinkles, just a little bit of rainfall, if anything, at best. But really, as we move forward in time, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and also in the parts of Monday, basically between now and Monday morning, could be talking about some spots ranging from maybe a half an inch or maybe up to an inch or two further out towards the north. So more rainfall on the way here across a good part of the state. Average high temperature is 72 degrees. We'll do middle 70s today, cooling off into the mid 60s for your Friday. We're back in the low 70s Saturday, Sunday, and then back in the middle 70s as we head towards your Monday as well. So lower 70s Saturday and Sunday, middle 70s Monday, upper 70s Tuesday, back in the mid 70s as we head towards your Wednesday. So for today, here we go. We have middle 70s, partly cloudy, some sprinkles out there, and a southeast wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. For tonight, though, mostly cloudy, some showers. I don't think we'll have to worry about in the way of any lightning. Lows in the upper 50s, and an east wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, here we go. Showers again, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid 60s, and an east wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. All righty, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. We will have to watch out for lightning on Saturday. Chances for showers and thunderstorms both Saturday and Sunday with highs in the low 70s. Then we'll warm up into the mid 70s Monday with a chance for showers and thunderstorms.
It's time to bring the family and friends to Fort Knox. One of the best preserved and most accessible Civil War forts in the nation is right in our backyard, just off Route 1 across from Bucksport. Open every day, May through October, rain or shine. Check our website for details.
Another morning to savor the crunchy nooks and cranny splendor of a Thomas's English muffin.
Tom, which is a nook and which is a cranny?
That's a nook, cranny, 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 nook, cranny. I mean, they should be teaching you this in school. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
A year after a heart attack, Mike's feeling like himself again. But even though time has passed, his risk of a second attack hasn't. Mike is still living in the red, with a very high risk of another heart attack or stroke. He doesn't know with his risk factors, his LDL-C, bad cholesterol, is still too high. The recommended level is below 55. Are you living in the red? Get in the know. Learn how to get a free LDL-C test at attackheartdisease.com.
Febreze. Hi, I use Febreze Fade Defy Plug.
And I use this.
Febreze has a microchip to control scent release, so it smells first day fresh for 50 days.
50 days?
And its refill reminder light means I'll never miss a day of freshness. Febreze Plug.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Chase's Family Restaurant and Hideaway Lounge or from Chick-fil-A. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Blind Faith Tattoo, Bangor, K&M Auto, Holden, Old Town Redemption Center, and Twin City Tile Brewer. Did you know that the Penobscot Narrows Bridge Observatory is the tallest in the world, with the fastest elevator in New England and 360-degree views from 420 feet up? Open every day, May through October. Check our website for details.
All right, looks like we talked a bit too much about
monster
trucks.
Stuff.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Today on 25 Words or Less, whether she's acting, doing stand-up or hosting a talk show, audiences are guaranteed an okay time. It's Rosie O'Donnell. And joining Rosie are childhood buddies Avery and Brooke. She's still churning out episodes of Raven's Home. God help us, can another Cheetah Girls sequel be far away? It's Raven Simone. And joining her are returning champions, board game friends Darian and Dee. And here's your host, Meredith Vieira.
Welcome to 25 Words or Less. May I just say, Raven and Rosie, it has been so much fun to watch the two of you play against each other. I think you're better players for having each other to play against.
I totally
I
agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. So much fun with her. And I've been a fan since you were a baby, honey, and I feel like I get to see you now in your 30s, like a grown girl, woman.
Oh,
person.
I've been holding in my fangirl moment. We can go there, but you gave me confidence.
Yes.
Being you and watching all of that.